Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next 2 hours, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
Oh, yes, indeed. There is a light right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, 96.9, and 103.9. We are so excited to have you here joining us here live. And we are answering your questions all across the nation and all across Facebook and YouTube and Periscope. By golly, we're just connecting everywhere. And it is our pleasure to connect with all of you. And actually, 531 shows worth of live shows that have, well, brought us all together. But who would have thought? Who would have thought that in this time that we would be living something that we heard our grandparents talk about and our great-grandparents in the 1900s. And they talked about all these things they went through, from the Depression to the wars. And here we think that we have gone past all of that and thinking that that would never happen to us. We think that because, well, life has been easy. And for some of us, a little bit more easy than others. But think about it. Did you ever think that you would be here? Well, the blanket comfort is that we are all in this together. Each one of us is in this experience, but each person is interpreting it in a different way, and it is impacting you in a different way. Some of you have lost life, and for that we extend our condolences. And that, in our family, my family, actually hit very close to home. My son's grandmother passed. So it's one thing when you see it on the news. It's another thing when it kind of hits us real close, right? And then there are those who have lost their jobs, haven't been able to find the money for their food because it caught us all off guard. So how do you stand up in that energy? How do you face something that, well, is indescribable, that has the power to systematically trigger every fear you've ever had? Whether you have a fear of your health, your finances, your job, suddenly our family connections, suddenly it's all been rearranged. And we're left basically by ourselves. Some of you are fortunate enough to have a few other members in your household. So you have that. There are many of you listening all across the nation, all across the world, who are sitting there alone, feeling unsupported, and really just wondering, what are you going to do? And fear is grabbing hold of you. But fear is an energy that paralyzes us. It unplugs you from your connection to the divine God. It unplugs you to the birthright, the story, the journey that is meant to be the expression of your soul for your highest good. The birthright of abundance, the birthright of joy and fulfillment. And I know some of you are sitting there going, but Sarah, I wasn't living that before this. Well, this is your wake-up call. This is your opportunity to see what is blocking you. And what is it that you need to let go of in order to have a feeling and a connection? Because although it is an intangible experience, the connection that you have with your Creator triumphs over all this adversity. It gives you the victory, it gives you the strength, it gives you the courage, it gives you the wisdom, it gives you the ability to know exactly the right thing to do at exactly the right time, even though things seem so uncertain. And even if you don't know what to do and there's nothing you can do at this time, and for many of us, that is the story, we're in a holding pattern. Think. The stillness in your soul holds your answer. And when was the last time you were still? Some of you, you're busy to distraction. When was the last time you, just like when we were little, got down on your knees and made peace with your Maker? When was the last time you sat in the energy of the oneness and weren't distracted with everything that was happening? Even before this happened. This experience that so many of us will remember forever. It will be the story we will tell our children and our children's children, because it's quite the story. And does anyone really know where the real story is going to take us? Does anyone really know the behind the scenes or even the truth? I don't think so. So if we've got all these humans across the planet doing a lot of guessing, what's the 1 ounce of certainty you can tap into? I would imagine a power like God that created the entire planet, the entire universe, each one of us in our own unique being would have more answers than a bunch of people running around trying to figure out what happened and pointing fingers. At this point, what is that really going to do? Think of your fellow man, lend him a little helping hand, and put love in your heart. We are all in this together for the first time in a very long time as a society. We have to join forces. And there are things out of our control. And for a society that's used to being in control of their own individual self, and then being controlled by boundaries and parameters that have been put in place prior to this experience, to now have even more boundaries and parameters put into place, what control do you really have? Except for going within. The only thing you can control would be your thoughts, your emotions, and how you interpret the experience, and how you allow it to open you up to your own personal greatness. And that takes courage. So this is when we all have to find our badge of courage. Maybe we all have to watch The Wizard of Oz and start out like the Cowardly Lion, but then realize that we are kings and queens of our experience, and that we can do anything, and that there's nothing that can really take you down unless you invite it into your experience. For we know this will pass, and we know that certain things may appear changed, but inherently the human being is going to live their life the way they choose. The human being is a strong being, and we are resilient, and the soul of you, the connection to the divine, is invincible, impenetrable, immeasurable. It is a powerful being. But we have been conditioned and taught through all these years, from infancy to now, to count on someone else. To count on someone else's choices, someone else's decisions, to rely on someone else's power to be a part of our power, to help define the shape of our life. First, we relied on our parents. We relied on our teachers, our mentors. We relied on our college professors to provide us with wisdom, our bosses, the managers who've trained us for our positions, to impart their wisdom and show us how to perform tasks. And on a personal level, our mentors and parents and grandparents, our tribe, who taught us how to live life. But not only did they teach us how to live life to survive, as to work and have our meals on our table, how to manage life, they also taught us their fears. And a lot of their fears were handed down from their great-grandparents, which were in an experience similar to what we are in. And whether you knew it or not, that fear transmitted through them and permeated every essence of you and became an underlying experience in your life. And for many of us, it lay dormant. Because a lot of us have strong character, strong minds, strong will. A lot of you out there that are go-getters, I'm going to do it in spite of anything. And you found a way, you made a way. But how's that working for you now? For some of you, you will use this opportunity with a mental energy and you will create and reinvent yourself. For others, you just don't know what your life looks like, void of the experiences that you've had, void of the job that you've had. Whether you're the person who has an answer in your intellectual mind or you're the person who's uncertain what the future holds, what will define your experience in this world, you're both the same. Because within you, there's something that needs to be reconciled. There's something that needs to be identified within that can align to a higher purpose, a higher meaning. And for those of you who are reinventing yourself and you have a great idea, rather than just mirth it from the intellect, as you're used to, this is a time for inspiration to speak to you. This is a time to be inspired and not be busy to distraction. And to those of you who feel powerless in this experience, because your experience is defined by certain external sources that at this moment are not functioning, and therefore life is not unfolding as it normally does. This is a chance for you to take a look and feel what would really make you happy. In a way, this is a reboot, a restart for society. And like most changes, it's uncomfortable. Only this one is really uncomfortable. This one has the power, if you allow your fear to grab a hold of you, to break you. Are you broken? Do you want to be broken? You're really not. But the appearance, the fear, could make you buy into that illusion. Remember, you're a powerful, insurmountable, impenetrable being that has all the powers that fortify the entire universe. And now truly is the time to tap into your superpowers. And to really to give thought to those dreams that you had once upon a time. For some of us, that's all we can do, is to sit and to be in the energy of dreams. For some of us, it's all we can do to occupy our minds so we don't trip down the lane of fear, to go into the rabbit hole of what if. Because I gotta guess it's a big rabbit hole, because there's a lot of us there. But you have a power that can transcend this experience. And yes, it might be uncomfortable. I'm not blowing bubbles in the wind and sprinkling fairy dust and saying you might not hit a bump. But it's how you allow that bump to impact you. Whether you give that bump the ability to disempower you, to derail the momentum that you had. And the goal here, since we can't really plan on much, is to allow whatever unfolds that you can't stop, because it is what it is, to awaken within you the sleeping, amazing giant of greatness. There's a giant of greatness that's been waiting for you to have nothing else to do but say, "Come forth, O Great One. Great divine presence, that is me, the I am that I am. Step forth. Step forth with all your beauty and all your might and all the glory of the heavens. And let's transcend this experience so that it can be something magnificent. Even if at the appearance, the illusion, seems murky. Take me to where the beauty lies. Take me to the beauty that's within. Take me to the humility that it brings me, to allow me to ask for help. For some of us, that's really difficult. And there are many who are willing to join forces with you. And don't think that you know who it is, because often it'll be the most unlikely person. It'll be the ones that the universe brings forth to assist you. I saw a piece in the news earlier. There's a catering facility, and since they cannot be open, and it'd be a while for them to open their doors, they're putting out about 700 meals for people to have. Today it seemed to have been chili and hot dogs, but some of the other days it was salmon. They've got their top chefs preparing food to feed you. They could be in their energy saying, what are we going to do? Or what can we do to assist others? That's why we showed up here at the station. We wanted to give you a quality sound and connection so that you know that there's a voice off in the distance that's here to hold your hand. Even if we haven't met, even if you feel alone, we're part of the same soul family. You see, it's been the methodology of this radio show since inception, since 2009. And actually today, 11 years ago, I signed the radio contract on a different station when I first started. It was 11 years ago I signed the contract. On May 13th. It's been a while. It's been a while of empowering each other. You see, your questions, your comments, your thoughts, your fears, your dilemmas, and touched your light. Even if it was to find the switch in your darkness, to turn the light on for yourself, your illumination transcended your experience and touched someone else. You see, that's why I'm here. That's why we come together to commune as one and recognize that there's a divine power that's governing us. And even though we may all at times feel scared out of our minds, a human emotion, there's a force that's not going to let you fall. And whatever the uncomfortableness is, this will pass. I'm sure we could pull out our lists of things we've all been through that we didn't think we'd get through. And we're here. This one that we're in all together seems a little more complicated. I'll agree with you. And again, we're not blowing bubble gum and cotton candy. We understand that there's some real heartfelt dilemmas that may be eating away at you. But it can't take your spirit. It cannot rob you of your capacity to love. It cannot rob you of your ability to be inspired by God, by the angels. It cannot disempower you. It cannot rip away from you all that you cherish, because that's infused in the essence of you. So if something physical falls by the wayside, or to our great dismay, someone passes, they are forever blueprinted in your energy. They will always be a part of you. You will always be able to remember and feel their connection. You will always be connected. And the things that fall by the wayside, that you cannot control, that crumble, you can use the rubble to step up on and go to the next chapter. And because you're the creator with the creator, you can choose to create more dismay and doom and gloom, or you can truly choose to create a new horizon, a new experience, a new version. And although I understand it may not feel like it's manifested in your vision, in your instantaneous need as a human to feel it and see it right now, but it's coming. From this will come greatness. And you can choose to feed this energy and then pass down the fear to your children and your children's children. Or you can tell the story of how when life seemed to have crumbled, you, your family, you stood up. And you said, I see this here, but the God I serve will help me find a way. The light that I am will shine through the darkness, and the love that I am will transcend and transmute anything that appears to be in the way, and lift me for my greatest good. We are all in this together. And I welcome you here to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. I am Sarah Spiritual, as always. It's an honor to be here with you. It's an honor to share the breath of life, for it is the breath of life that fuels us. So I invite you to stay with me. I invite you to share the page if you're watching on Facebook. I invite you to hang on, because together, we, you and I, we've got a story to tell, and we've got a life to live. And how we create it in this moment, in our thoughts, in our feelings, in our vision, will determine what comes next for all of us. You're a piece of the whole. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. You know, we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
For a soft, rich and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
Do you know me? I am Sarah Spiritual, and we are spiritually speaking to all of you all across the nation. And we've got to go to the phone lines. I've got to take a call from Steve. Steve is in Broward County. Steve, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing great. Good to hear your voice. So, can you imagine? We've known each other for 11 years.
Yeah, I've been here since the beginning, and I would love for West Palm Beach to give you a key to the city because, you deserve it. I've been saying that for a while now.
Yes, well, it's my pleasure to be here for everyone, and I don't know, call the mayor. Let's see what they got to say. Steve, I know you. We've navigated some things, and I'm sure, given where you were trying to figure out where you're going, the last thing you needed was a virus to pop on up and really rock your world, like the rest of us. So what's your question through these very unprecedented and most interestingly challenging times?
Well, before the virus, I was an isolated human being. Now I'm super duper isolated. So my question would be, where am I at in my personal growth as a human being, even though we have a pandemic? Where am I at?
The greatest part of all this is it's an opportunity to really open up and start writing. And we've talked about this before, but this is, as a human being, it's for you to really embrace your spirituality. And let's take a step back. All the traditional avenues of life, jobs, people, opportunities, even some of the things you enjoyed and worked well for a while, even before the pandemic, they all kind of stepped back. And this kind of just reinforced it, like, okay, Steve, you need to reinvent yourself. And of course we want to reinvent ourselves in a way to make money and to survive and exist and know that our needs and desires are met, of course. But the universe had your attention before it had many people. And it's an opportunity for you to really sit in the stillness and meditate, to really sit and awaken to your angels. And I don't know if I've said it to you as directly as I'm about to say it to you now. But you were put here on this earth to help people. You were put here on this earth to be a messenger, a way shower, to articulate through your talents, your ability to speak, to present a point of view, to share your experiences so that others know they're not alone. And over the past 2 years, your psychic abilities have been opening up tremendously. And these abilities have been given to you since birth, but they're really coming to a, third eye opening. And this third eye opening that is around you, is about you, is awakening you, is so that you can intuitively channel some writing, intuitively give messages. And so this is the birthing of the Steve that was meant to be. And you will, and I know you will, utilize your talents, your abilities that you've used before, your gift of acting and comedy and presentation. These will all come together in the perfect time. And I have a feeling, a strong feeling, that when this passes and this year unfolds in the latter half, that you're going to find that niche and be able to articulate it in a consistent fashion, according to your angels, and serve people and have abundance come to you as a result of the work that you do. All of this has been breaking down limited belief, the disconnection of the soul, and in early childhood memories that made you not feel good enough or worthy. This has left you in a place where it's you alone with God. So much so that you could hear the voice of God say, I am that I am. Because that's the only voice you hear. Unless it's your own thoughts echoing in your mind. So Steve, this is your opportunity. They've been ramping you up, but now the rest of the world isn't going ahead and passing you by and doing things you're not, because everyone's pretty much on a pause of some sort of another. So this is your opportunity, Steve, to reinvent yourself to align with the soul you've come to be. And this year could be the most powerful year, in spite of all that you're experiencing and have experienced, than you've ever had.
A couple of years ago, you had told me about the writing, and I did, and I took it as far as I could go. But it was interesting. But people got a chance to know me a little bit. So,
but you know, I'm going to say this to you. That statement would be like if I said to you, "Well, yeah, I was on radio for about a year or two, and I took it as far as I could go, and then I just stopped." But people got to know a little bit about me. Keep going. You got to keep at the expression of self, because it is through the self-expression, the journey of your soul, that you have the ability to really discover who you are. The journey of the soul brings us to the recognition of the essence that's divine within. So keep going. You have an expectation or a thought of what it might look like. Surrender that too. Just do what you're being nudged to do. Something good is going to come of it.
okay. I thank you for your answer, and as usual,
Thank you.
you like E.F. Hutton of spirituality, and once you say it, I do it. So,
Thank you, Steve. God bless you, and thank you for being a part of this 11-year experience. We greatly appreciate you. God bless
thank you for the show. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Take
Bye
care.
for now.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to grab some questions on Facebook. We've got some things popping up on Facebook. And then we're going to continue to answer your questions. 888-565-1470. We've got Sade Haran. And Sade Haran says, hello, Sarah. Do you see me having my own place anytime soon? You know, I do feel that the time is coming. When I look at the energy, this year is really about buckling down and building up that career, really getting things together financially and career-wise. And when I move you into the expansion of 2021, then I see you feeling a little more secure and things moving in a place of your own. So focus on career, building yourself, building your experience in career, and, well, getting those promotions and advancements and perfecting your craft. Because you're in a profession that is, according to Spirit, is in demand, and that profession is going to give you that stability that you need to support the house that you desire. Thank you, Sade Haran, for your Facebook question. We're going to grab another one from Facebook. Let's see. Micheline Gillet Alexis. Okay, Micheline, we've got any messages for you? You know, we do have a message for you. This year is going to represent expansion for you, and we're getting ready to close out the energy of the past 9 years. And it's time for you to make a shift. And I'm actually feeling a shift that's going to bring a new beginning and makes me feel as if there's a new role, a new job that comes for you. Now, I know everyone's schedule and life at work is a little hectic right now. It may not be a time for us to reach that advancement and that financial reward. But I do see, Micheline Jolie, that there's financial increase, advancement, and promotion that will come for you coming towards the tail end of this 2020 and moves you into a closing of a 9-year chapter that'll really get cracking for you in 2021. Things seem a little slow right now, but don't you worry. There's increase coming. Thank you for your Facebook question. We're going to pull another question from Facebook, and we welcome your phone calls at 888-565-1470. We've got Laura Ann from Facebook. Hi, Sarah. Hope you are well, and thank you, Laura Ann. We are doing well. Thank you for asking. And anything positive coming for you job-wise? You're on a good track, Laura Ann. Again, right now, I know we're getting ready to close out a chapter and get ready for a move, a relocation, an opportunity to reinvent yourself. And I know I seek into the horizon. Hark, I see a job. And when I see that job in the horizon, what do I see? I see you in a new role, slightly different type of work actually, and I see you relocated. This little thing called the pandemic is slowing you up, and I know it's no little thing. But just trust the universe is going to deliver you in the perfect time, and you are going to have a wonderful work experience in the very near future. Thank you, Laura Ann, for your Facebook question. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we are going to continue to take your calls and answer your Facebook questions right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, 96.9 and 103.9. So stay with us, everyone. Don't you go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me?
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
For a soft, rich and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautedelune.net.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
And we are back here live on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. And we're answering your questions. And I've got to go to Lakeland, Florida. I've got Paula on the line. Paula, how are you?
Hi.
How you doing tonight?
Hanging in there.
Okay, Paula, have you and I spoken before?
Yes, a couple of times.
Okay, great. Paula, what is your question? How can we assist you?
I just want to know what happened to my sister.
What's your sister's name?
Marilyn.
Her birthday, please.
November 10th, 1971.
And you weren't talking to her at that time, please? There's a disconnect, yes?
Yes, I was talking to her, yes.
Okay. You were talking to her, okay.
Yes.
Okay. What is your question about this, please?
I just need to know what happened to her, or what does Spirit see, or...
I see her totally removed from all of you. That's all I see. I see darkness, and then I see her removed from all of you.
Yes.
That's how they show it to me. They only give me a visual on that. I can only give you what
Yeah,
they
because
give me.
she passed away today.
Okay. So I see her in the darkness. That's all I see her right now. So I'm so sorry for your loss. But I'm not, because she just passed, I cannot make that connection. I just see the disconnect. And
Okay.
yeah, when someone first passes, they're in their transition. I can't access them. So I just see a blank space and her disconnected from you. That's how I see it. But I do know that she will, when she can, come through to you in this time as she transcends into the energies of the heavens. So give her some time to settle in. And we are so sorry for your loss. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. God bless you. Thank you for waiting
God
for
bless
your
you.
call. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to go to Christine, and Christine is in Fort Lauderdale. Christine, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great, Christine, and how can I assist you tonight?
I'm just wondering what spirit sees for me.
Okay, Christine, we're answering direct questions tonight, please. So I do need a question for you.
Oh, okay. Just what, I don't know what to ask, really, like.
You can ask about anything going on with life, honey. What's your question? What's your burning question? What Spirit can see so many things for you, but what is the question that is most in your heart?
My family, what's going on with
There's-
my family.
Okay. So there's two people who are not quite on the same page in this family. Yes, we're in a disconnect in the communication in the family. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you're kind of caught in the middle of this this transference going back and forth between people. Is that true?
Not really sure.
Okay. Christine, I'm having difficulty hearing you. What is the question regarding family, please?
I'm just wondering, like, do you see any passing, like, anyone in the past that passed away is trying to reach me?
Oh, that's a whole nother question. So let's stick with the family for 1 minute, then we'll get to the loved one on the other side. So the family is in a disagreement, though, over something that happened in the family recently? Yes, please? Because this is what I see. Miscommunication, misunderstanding, people on different sides. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And they're not agreeing in how things should be handled and what's coming next. Is this also true? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can make a contact for you. I know things have been really heavy in the energy here, so let's see. And there's a sister, brother, sister connected to this storyline, please, but not your brother, sister, someone who's older than you, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So they're pitted against each other, is that true? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So the way I get the energy is, and this has to do with a parent, grandparent, yes? This is how I place the energy from that story, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So when I see this energy here, I feel as if the passing brought up a lot of people's broken feelings and their chip on their shoulder, what they think should have happened and how things should be handled. And you, in all the love and energy, your relationship with this individual who passed is a strong one. Is this correct?
Yes.
And you were like, they tell me, their favorite, yes?
Yes.
And when I look at this energy, what does the month of September have to do with you and your family, please?
That's my birthday.
And with them, please? What does September have to do with them, please?
I'm not really for sure.
Because they're making me aware of birthday anniversary in September, but I don't want to place it with you. I want to place it with something or someone else connected to the family.
I'm not really for sure because it's only my birthday in September.
Okay. Is there a passing around your birthday, please, that they passed, sweetheart? Because they're still bringing me to that month.
No.
Okay. We're going to hold you with September because I have to stick with what they give me. But when I open up the energy here, I see this energy of female energy stepping forward to you. Does that make sense to you, please?
Yes.
Okay. And she sends you much love. This female energy that steps forward also makes me feel as if there was a very unique bond between the two of you and that you have this a piece of some of her jewelry or something. There's a piece of her jewelry that she had left for you. Is this correct, please?
Yes.
Yes, okay, because she's making me feel like you've got a piece of her, but it's sparkly. It's a piece of jewelry, yes?
Yes.
She has been coming to you and you've been dreaming about her. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. She wants you to know what you already know, what you're already asking. That's why when people say, what does Spirit have for me? I know there's really a question behind that. And it's so much easier if we don't pussyfoot around and we just get to the question, because it makes it easier for me to just connect to her. She wants you to know that she's with you. She will continue to be in your energy. And she's in the energy of love and light. But if she were here on Earth, she would not like the way the two people are handling themselves. This is true, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's like shaking her head like, no, disappointed in this experience. The brother, the sister, whatever's going on there. So let it iron out. She's with you. She cares for you. She loves you. She's in the energy of light. She is at peace. You all on Earth have to figure it out. All right, my dear? They're waving me off so that I have to go to commercial. Thank you so much, Christine, for holding. I know we've got so many callers on hold. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for listening to the show, and God bless you. Stay safe.
Thank you.
You're
God
welcome.
bless.
Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we are going to answer your question.
There's a light that shines.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
Confused.
Of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, call in and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
There's a light that shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light.
Yes, indeed, there is a light right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, 103.9 and 96.9. We are answering your questions all across the nation, and we're answering your questions on Facebook. We've got a big event coming up. Yes, we still have events, but they're online now. We have our new moon. Our new moon wonderful celebration. It's going to be, well, our new kickoff for 2020 since the first kickoffs didn't go very well. We're going to use the astrological energy of the beginning of this spring equinox to get back in rhythm. And we're going to spring into rhythm, and the rhythm is going to get you. We're going to get ourselves back in tune with our new intentions and release some of this vibration that's just weighing us down. I do hope you join me online. It is only $7. You can visit sarahspiritual.com and register. And then I also have my dear friend Rob Mack. He's going to be joining me on the 27th of April, and he and I have a happiness class coming up, and we are really excited. That class is only $10. You see, Rob is a psychologist who is like the happiness expert, and he is also a radio celebrity, TV celebrity, and he and I are teaming up to help you get that happiness factor. We're going to do our joint class on April 27th. Do hope you join us. There is limited seating for this experience, so sign up soon. Be sure to reserve your spot to our online extravaganza for happiness. Well, we've got happiness, but now I got to get to hope. Hope is in New York. And let's see what's going on in the Hope Factor in New York. New York, I think she's been locked up for a while, Miss Hope in New York. So, Hope, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. And you?
I am doing great. I'm here. I'm talking to you. You've been following the show for a very long time.
Yes.
Probably close to 11 years you've been following this show.
Yes.
And if you could, Hope, in the background, whatever you're listening to, I hear it feeding back. So whatever that is, I don't know if you have me on speaker or there's another device on, but when I hear myself in stereo, it's a little crazy.
Hold on. Let me take it off this piece.
Yeah, I'm echoing through your house, I'll tell you. I'm
Okay,
like, my spirit might be like invading any minute right about now, because I sure hope you cook dinner, because I'm starving over here. You know.
I'm looking about cold feet.
So, Hope, how can I help you tonight? What's your question for me?
Yes, what's going on with my love life? But first, you told me in the ending of March,
yes,
financial will be a bit better.
Yes.
And it does. Because on my job,
yes,
it's only me alone working now. The other lady, she's asthmatic, and the lady don't want her to come because of the virus. So from the last part of March, it's me alone. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Well, unfortunately, we had to have a pandemic for you to have a financial increase, but I'm happy that is your blessing through this experience,
Yes.
Hope.
Yes.
And
Yes.
as far as your love life's concerned, Hope, I sure don't want you kissing anybody right about now. So
No, no, I wouldn't do that.
okay, because we gotta wonder what making out with a mask is going to be like. I don't know, but we'll have to see. So
Yes.
my producer's shaking his head, going, "Only you, Sarah Spiritual, would say that craziness." But you know what? We have to make light of what we can make light of. We have the
Yes.
breath of life,
Yes.
and we're living.
Mhm.
So, and
Yes.
we're happy to be living. But I will say this to you, Hope, that in this moment, I do know that there's a partner coming for you. I think
Oh,
that this
okay.
pandemic is making people appreciate the fact that they really would like to have someone in their life. And,
Right.
it's time to stop pussyfooting around and really settle up with someone who's going to be a good match for them. So I feel that when
Right.
things calm down, that love, just like your money came, I feel like love is going
Right.
to come for you this year. And
Right.
we want you to stay very safe in New York and, keep yourself protected at all times.
Yes, you too. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. And my love
Thank
to you
you.
and all the other New Yorkers who I know, like many of us, are going through tremendous
Yes,
hardships. So,
yes, yes.
all right, Hope. Thank you so much
Okay, thank
for
you
sharing
very
with us.
much.
God bless you.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye
God
for
bless
now.
you too. All
Bye.
right, bye.
888-565-1470. We're welcoming your calls, and I would love to take a Facebook question. I know we got questions going on in Facebook, so I want to see what's going on here in Facebook. And Sandra Kelly says, "Good day, everyone. Where is my love life? My love of my life still hasn't come yet." Well, let's take a look and see where that little sneaky person is, because they must be hiding underneath some lily pads somewhere. Let's see. We've got here for you, Sandra Kelly, a really important time in your life. This is a really important new beginning, fresh start for you. Again, you too, where life's kind of been on a pause. But when I move you into the month of July, things start to pick up. And 2021, I see a partnership. I see a connection. I can't quite say I see an engagement, but I'm holding my hand as if there is a ring. If you want it, then you better put a ring on it. I feel like you're going to meet somebody, that's going to lead to a partnership. And that seems to come into this tail end of this 2020 into 2021. So fine tune your asking, fine tune your vision, and tell the universe you're open and receptive and germ free and ready to embark upon a relationship. And look for July to start to shake things up for you. Sandra Kelly, we're holding the space for that love. I do want your love of your life to come, because I would love to come to your wedding. Thank you, Sandra Kelly, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have for us on Facebook? I am just so happy to be answering these questions. Brianna. What quality, gift, ability, skill that I might be dismissing or not fully grasping do I have to improve? That's a mouthful, Brianna, but I'm really glad that I'm able to answer that question for you. You have to be able to improve stilling your mind. Because once you still your mind, and your mind is kind of like ricochet, bing, bing, rabbit, you are all over the place. But when you manage to still your mind and be in gratitude and be in the stillness and the inner peace, you, Brianna, are very gifted, not just artistically and in your photographs and your interpretation of colors and shapes, but you're also very gifted spiritually. And when you can learn to disconnect from that mind chatter, you, Brianna, you're going to be able to help other people by giving them messages. And I feel like you could kind of have a really good side hustle going on once you learn how to trust the inner voice and tell your busy bee mind to be quiet, because your busy bee mind needs to just sit back and take a back seat and let your inner self do the talking. Work on that, because that is a skill that if we could grasp, it would be not just beneficial for you to be able to give messages for people, but Brianna, it'll be most beneficial for you in your studies and the pursuit of your career. Thank you, Brianna, for your Facebook question. Going to pull one more from Facebook, because I love my Facebook peeps. And we've got Holly Costanza Donaldson, and she says, "Hi, my husband is," my question is, where would my husband find work when we move? What would he be doing, and how long would it take? Well, that's a lot of questions for me to answer, but I will go like this. When are we going to move? So I'm going to see the move does happen in this 2020 time. When I look at his energy, this is a year for him of great expansion. And that great expansion takes him into a slightly different work than he was doing. I feel as if, and this is the clue that they give me, an aspect of his job is applicable to a different type of job and is not as taxing and demanding for him. And I feel as if within the first 2 months, he should be able to find the job that would make him happy. It may be a stepping stone, but we will definitely have a job in this first couple of months. So you're in for a lot of changes, and do understand that the world status is impacting and slowing down the manifestation. So it's so important for you to hold on to the energy of what you want to create, and don't waver in your thought processes, and do not let doubt creep in. Keep me posted on this, Holly Costanza Donaldson. We send you much love on your travels. Thank you. We're going to go right back to the phone lines, and I've got to go to Georgina. Georgina is in New Jersey. Georgina, how are you?
How are you, Sarah Spiritual?
I'm doing great, Georgina. And have we spoken before?
Yes, we do. Georgiana, not Georgina, Georgiana from New Jersey.
Georgiana from New Jersey. Before. Yes, thank you so much.
Maybe a year and a half ago. How are you, dear?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
And I'm glad you are well. I heard you sound the same, everything the same. I'm glad you and the spirits are well.
Always. The spirits are well. It's up to us people to keep up with the spirits.
Okay. This is my question on the top of my head. We spoke about this before. My first time meeting you when I was supposed to move. Okay, here was the thing now. I moved not even a month now. You already told me that sometimes in my life it's best I live alone. But this one, it wasn't for financial. It was the fact that a friend wanted to move and I wanted to help. So the friend is just a friend, male, not sexual. So the thing is, when we moved, he started acting up, and the landlord, meaning not financially, but like acting up, like mood swings. So I'm saying to myself and to the spirit, like, okay, I know my history of moving. Should I just take back my deposit and go live, find somewhere and go live by myself as was told? Why am I always making this mistake? You told me this last year.
I know.
Why I always put people in front of me. Why I think I could live with people when I can't. Meaning that it's not me, it's just I can't do it.
Because you attract the wrong people. You're not using your spirit of discernment. And, you know, when spirit gives us instruction as to what choice we can make, ultimately, Georgiana, you have the free will, right? You've got free will. So you exercise your free will. But, you know, you wanted to help someone, but they were in it for different reasons than you were. So it is time for you to, it might be a little challenging during this particular time, but when you get a chance, follow Spirit's guidance. It's best to live by yourself. It's best to do what you have to do for yourself. Let him find somebody else. You don't need to be helping anybody else. You need to help you right now.
Yes.
Okay? And then that freedom, that connectivity of you and Source God is going to open up so many doorways for you, so many opportunities for you. You're going to be surprised how your life is going to change. You keep picking up these coattail riders. Now, if you ever had anybody riding on your coattails, it makes it a little heavy, and you're definitely pulling some weight uphill. So it's time for you to just kind of let this play out and get yourself out of there as fast as you can.
Okay. Thank you. That was on my mind all night, 2 nights ago. Thank you.
You're welcome. You kind of knew already what to do.
COVID-19, yes, I know. Even with this COVID-19, I was saying, you know, people ain't going to rent anywhere. But, you know, I said, you know what, angels and spirit guides, if you have been saying this forever, just let me just find the right place.
Well, they might make you
or not.
They might make you squirm a little because you didn't listen in the first place. So if you have to be uncomfortable, button your lips, be uncomfortable, don't engage in crazy behavior under your roof. Stay to yourself. There's no need to prove yourself right or wrong. Let the person have their moment, and you just tell your spirit guides and yourself and your God, get me out when I can, and I promise, I cross my little fingers, I promise I am going to listen next time someone tell me which way to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I so appreciate it. And one more thing, I want to join your class. It's also open, the $7 class?
Yes, it is.
Go online. Okay.
Yes, go to Sarah's
credit card.
Yes, exactly. SarahSpiritual.com and join our new moon because the rhythm's got to get us because we need to get a new rhythm here.
I need to. And you know, I'm also Taurus. I'm stubborn. And I love to be Taurus, but I don't like the stubbornness. I always suffer. Always.
Oh,
so
well,
I need to log in your class.
I look forward to that, honey. Thank you so much.
Thank
See you in
and
class
I
on
also
Tuesday.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to go right back to the phone lines. 888-565-1470. Stay with us, everyone. Oh, don't you go away.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song? Because you know that.
For soft, rich, and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize, and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Back here live on WWNN, and we are answering your questions all across the nation. And we're going to take a call from Alfred, and Alfred is in Texas. Alfred, how are you tonight?
Good evening, Ms. Sarah. Thank you so much for taking my call. As usual, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Oh, we're doing well. Everyone's safe and healthy around you, please?
Yes, everybody's safe, and we locked in, being safe, following the rules.
Well, that's what we have to do for now. Yes.
So, and Sarah, I just want to see if you have any of my energy, anybody who's transitioned on the other side, if they have any messages for me, what I should be doing the next couple of months.
Yeah. So there's first thing I'm made aware of, Alfred, is a male energy that steps forward, feels like father energy. Father energy was strong, stern energy. Yes, please. Yes, your father was a strong being. Yes.
Yes.
Personality-wise, yes. Almost has like a
Yes.
follow the rules kind of energy. Okay. So the energy that I see around here is that, and I don't know if he makes me feel as if the way I see the energy that you feel responsible, you feel like you have to look after a family member, please, or there's someone that he wants you to look after, because I feel like he's prompting me to say there's another male energy that you have to look after. Does this make any sense to you, please?
No, I'm kind of separated from my family right now. I mean, they're in Pennsylvania. I'm here. I mean, we communicate, but I don't.
But no, but I don't know. I don't mean physically go knock on the door. I mean, is there someone that you're always kind of, like you feel like you have to kind of get a temperature gauge on where they're at and kind of keep things? There's a male person connected to your family he wants you to look after. It makes me feel like it's someone connected in a. The word they give me is sibling energy here. Sibling. So we have a brother energy, please, that we sometimes have to check on. Like you make better decisions than he does. Does this make any sense to you, please?
Well, that's true.
Okay. So he say, during this time, to just check on the sibling, the brother energy, because he doesn't always make all the right choices during things like this. I don't know. It's how he makes me feel. But your father's very much near you, and it makes me feel as if you've been having conversations with him, or you're calling saying, what guidance does Spirit have? And it's like they hear you, and your father is particularly close to you now at this time, which also makes me feel like there's a connection between this time of year and the two of you. So it's like a birthday anniversary. I know it's not your birthday, but there's a birthday anniversary connected to him, something of importance that connects you and your family together and connects it to you. But do know that he is with you and he is hearing you at this time. All right, please?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Stay well, Alfred, and thank you for listening to the show. God bless you. Bye for now.
Thanks.
Bye. 888-565-1470. We are going to, I got to go to Miami. I got Tabitha, and Tabitha is in Miami, and we got to see what's going on there, because Tabitha's got to step into her personal power, her personal love. She got to do some self-love, and she got some things going on personally. Tabitha, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Tabitha, and were you following us on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Tabitha, what is your question for us tonight?
I just want to know if you see anything career-wise or love-wise.
Okay. They talked to me about love. That has been a little bit of a debacle, a little bit of a mess for you, love, yes?
Yeah.
Mess is a mess. Mess is a mess. Mess, lovey mess, right? That's what I was like, oh, she got some questions. And the first thing I said, I don't know if you heard me when they were first connecting the line to us, but when I saw your name and I heard Spirit said, she's got to work on loving herself. She's got to work on drawing her boundaries. You got to get things in sync for what you want it to be, yes? And you've got to get yourself on track before you can attract the right partner. And you want love. And I got to tell you, this is the year of self-love and personal experience with love of a partner. And I feel like there's somebody who keeps popping back in. Who is this person who is like you're just still kind of entertaining in some fashion? Who is that?
It's my ex-husband. It's my ex-husband.
Okay, really? Are we in or are we out? Have you made up your
No,
mind?
we're out.
All
Yeah,
right
we're
then.
out.
So what are we doing, girl? You're clogging the view. Put him to the side.
Yeah.
There's new opportunity coming for you.
I
But
hear ya.
you keep entertaining the shenanigans. What is that?
No, you're right. You're right.
Okay. So we're going to let that go. We're going to trust that this year, I'm going to place you in the September month, that there's new life, new love coming for you. In the meantime, you have to reorg yourself for career, and I feel like there's something else you've got to do to further yourself in career. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Well, we're going to start working on that. Make that plan during this downtime for yourself, yes?
Yes.
Okay. But Spirit tells me you're keeping yourself kind of busy, yes?
Yes. Very busy.
Yeah. So I don't feel like a lot has really changed for you. I don't feel like you're sitting home watching Netflix.
No. I'm a
Not at
working
all.
woman.
I know you are.
Not at all.
So
Yeah, not at all.
she's like, I am not on a break, Sarah Spiritual. So as you move yourself forward, just know that in your ability to sustain yourself, you're going to and love yourself first and nurture yourself and heal your own wounds. You're going to meet someone who's going to honor you. And this is how I see it unfolding. I feel like we get our career a little more reorged. We line up the next step for advancement. And then, when you least expect it, I got a feeling somebody's coming to you. Whoa. I had to change the words, girl, because I see it coming. All right? So
Okay,
just
awesome.
be open for that. But stop dealing with that craziness over there. X is X
It's
for a
done.
reason.
It's done, Sarah.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and thank you for following us on Facebook. And if we've been of service, like the page, follow the page, and drop me a review if you feel so inclined.
No,
Thank you
for
so
sure.
much,
God bless
Tabitha.
and be safe, everyone.
You be safe. Yes, you as well. Bye
Bye-bye.
for now. Bye. 888-565-1470. I've got to go up to Orlando. Ain't no Disneyland going on over there. Let's talk to Erica. Erica, how you doing?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm doing well, Erica. And how can I assist you tonight?
Okay, so my question is, I just got out of a 7-year relationship, and the last thing he told me was, we would talk, but give me time, please. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Yeah, I don't know what that's.
We've been going up and down.
Up and down. So I'm going to kind of ask you for his birthday, please. Not his name, his birthday.
7/11/92.
He gets kind of moody and off to himself, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And when I look at this energy, he has to reinvent himself. I don't feel like what he thought he was going to do in his life really took off the way he thought it would. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And he also is trying to be more creative in his life. But I also feel as if he felt like, and I don't know if this is the chatter of people around him, so let me explain. Like, he missed something. And it's not about another girl. It's like he missed life. Like, he didn't get to live his life. And he just needs a break. But he kind of left you hanging. We're broken up. But that little carrot was almost like a string. And you're really kind of wondering, well, are we over? What are you going to talk? You don't have closure, yes? There's ambiguity in the expression of, I'm taking a break, yes? But I also feel, and I got to go back. I'm going to go back to 2018, on or around the holiday time. So I'm taking this back about, I'll say 19 months. He was really emotionally disconnected, yes? And in 2018, do you remember something going on with his family? There was something going on with his personal family. There was a distraction with his family. And I feel as if that kind of something changed in him. And you really, for the last 18 months, felt like you weren't even with the guy that you thought you dated all this time. Is that correct? Okay. And is your question what? Your question is what? Do you wait? Do you stay? Do you go? What's the question?
Yeah, like, my question is, do I just wait, and are we going to get back together, and things are going to be better, or should I just let it go?
Life is not to be waited. He's got some figuring out to do. He is definitely not ready for a commitment and a next step. And I feel like he's got a lot on his plate that he has to do to advance himself in a career. Is that correct? True, yes?
Yes.
And He wants to come to you like a man. He wants to come to you in a way that he feels as if he's going to be okay. And I can't tell you that he's ready to say, I'm ready to go back to a relationship. So for you, it's for you to honor yourself, for you not to wait, and just tell the universe you're open. If he's meant to come back, let him come back fully committed. If not, bring somebody in. And then you decide. You have free will in this story. But again, do not wait for another in this case, because I see a lot of confusion around him. And it's really about life matters. It's not really about other people. It's about life matters. Things that he's got to deal with and figure out. And so I feel him bogged down. And he's a guy that when he gets in his head, it's a scary place.
It is.
Okay. So there's no rationalization for him at this time. He's got to come to his own conclusions. So there's no convincing.
So don't reach out to him. Let him reach out to me if he wants to.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I feel like if he has to sit in the creation of what he's put in place here, this divide, then he'll be forced to decide what he wants to do with it a little bit sooner. But we don't do it to play a game. So hear what we're saying. Do not do this to play a game. If I pull back, then he'll step forward. Because that's a game. We're going to pull back because you want to honor and love yourself, and you want a partner. You want a creation in a life. So you want to move forward in a way that you feel fulfilled. All right, Erica?
Okay.
All right. Erica, is this your first time calling the show?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you for continuing to call and following the show. I greatly appreciate you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye for now. Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to go right back to the phone lines to answer your questions at 888-565-1470. Stay with us, everyone. You know we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
For a soft, rich and beautiful skin, use Beauté de Lune products. Beauté de Lune products, based on natural fruits and extracts, revitalize your skin and make you incredibly beautiful. For acne, sensitive skin, dry or oily skin, Beauté de Lune. Cleanse, moisturize and revitalize your skin with Beauté de Lune. A miracle. For your order, call us at 561-906-7466 or to our store, 2695 North Military Trail Suite 21, or visit us online at www.beautédelune.net.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Do you know me? I am Sarah Spiritual, and you are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and that's me. And you can listen to us every Wednesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, 103.9, and 96.9. And we're answering questions on Facebook. We're answering your questions here live on air. I've got to pull a question on Facebook before we go right back to our phone lines at 888-565-1470. What is my life purpose? Joy Christina Wright says. I can't figure it out. Joy Christina Wright, you are on an adventure of your life. Let me tell you that this is a really important time for you to begin a new chapter, a whole cycle of life that is going to open up new opportunities. And for you, you are here to bring great, well, no kidding, joy to other people. And I feel as if you have this great gift of organizing people, bringing them together, and making them feel as if they're a piece of a whole. So I feel like you're going to be working on projects and bringing things together that make a difference in people's lives. That's something that we might want to talk about a little bit more offline, Joy Christina Wright. There's so many possibilities for you. But just get excited about who you are because you have so many gifts and talents. You're really going to have a fun time in your self-discovery. Thank you so much. We've got another question from Facebook. Let's take a look at this question. We've got Lourdes Solar. She says, hey, I'm 65, and when my office closed, I had to stop working one day earlier due to the governor's order. When the office reopens, will she be working at the same time? Or later. I think you'll be able to work at the same time, Lourdes Solar. I do believe that it's going to work out, and I know that things have been slowed up for you, and I know you had a plan. Guess God's kind of laughing at all of us who think we had a plan. But Lourdes, it's going to work out, and you will be able to work at the same time. And I know that there's a concern of yours because some of the people where you work kind of weren't always your best friend, and we're making things a little uncomfortable. Don't worry. You're going to get your time back, and it'll work for your schedule. Thank you so much, Lourdes, for your Facebook question. I got to go right back to the phone lines. I've got Marie. Marie is in Miami. Marie, how are you tonight?
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great, Marie. And what is your question for us tonight?
My question is, I've been going through a lot with my husband lately, and he kind of told me he wants some space, and I don't know where's our relationship going from there, and will things get better or worse?
Well, what is his birthday?
12/13/83. He's a hardhead.
Yes, and we've talked about him before, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm tired.
You're tired.
I don't know.
And I heard a
Yes.
song, and you know, that's why I was like, oh boy. And I don't know if it's so much him calling the shots as you, so I want to sing you the song I heard. Yes, it's over, call it a day. Sorry that it had to end this way. No reason to pretend. We knew it had to end, but it's over. Yes, it's over. I feel like you guys have been growing apart for the past 2 years. Is that true?
Kind of, yeah, because I believe he's probably having another relationship with someone else.
I
And
feel
that's
like
probably what it is.
I feel like you're on a break
Yeah.
that is not going to make you happy. And I think you need to look for you, what's going to make you happy. because you've been pussyfooting around, and that's the word for today, I guess, pussyfooting around. I think I said that 3 times today. I never say that word, so I don't know if I got Puss in Boots as my spirit guide tonight. I don't know, but I got to tell you that he's been itching to just have his freedom, and it's not for all the reasons you think. It's the responsibility. And he feels like he missed something in his life. And again, it's not about another woman. And here's the thing, that you've been doing everything to keep this glued together. And I feel like more for you, you're more checked out than he is, believe it or not.
Yeah, I feel it too, but it's just I'm afraid to let go. I think that's what it is.
You know what? He already kind of pulled that card, so let go. Let go and trust God. I know it's not easy. I know we've got family. I know there's a lot, yes? And you're kind of thinking, how am I? But I don't believe you've been living your life with a joyful, fulfilled meaning for a really long time. And if you could find your own rhythm, you might be surprised what great things come your way. I cannot tell you what to do. And when my spirit guide starts singing something like that, I know we need a hard reset, a hard timeout, maybe a hard it's over, so that you can really set a new life. Because this isn't the first time you've had a feeling that he wasn't quite honoring everything that your marriage represented.
Right.
So let's let him sit in the mess he made. Let's see how he likes that. Give him a break. Break off a piece of a Kit Kat bar, eat a couple of Kit Kat bars, give him a break, and let's see what the universe has for you. I think God's going to answer your prayers in a really big way if you allow yourself to surrender.
Okay. And I'm pushing to get my new place in June. Do you see that happening?
And we talked about this before too, yes?
Yes.
I do feel it's still on track. I do. We were waiting for something to get approved or something, yes?
Right.
Okay. But I felt like you passed one part of the process already, yes? We're just waiting for something to be available or something, yes?
I'm just trying to save more money before I move into the place. That's the only thing. I'm ready to move. I'm just trying to wait till June to save more money, to be like in a stable position instead of just rushing into it.
I think you're going to be fine. So keep yourself on track. All right?
Okay. All right,
honey.
thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Okay, bye.
Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to go right back up to Orlando. We've got Sonia on the line. Sonia, how are you tonight?
Hi, Sarah. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Sonia. And how can I assist you tonight?
Well, I've been feeling really stressed, like this nervousness in my stomach constantly. And it's not that I'm sick or anything. I'm just feeling like something's happening. And I just found out recently that one of my brothers has cancer. He's on treatment right now. And then I just found out 2 weeks ago that I have a brother that has the coronavirus. And I keep having dreams with my mom and my brother that's still alive that has cancer. And it's like really weird seeing them together. When she comes, he's there in my dreams.
What is your brother's birthday, please?
He is April 3rd. Oh, I forgot what year. I got too many brothers and sisters. He's 46. That's what I could tell you.
Okay, that's fine. I can do the math. I got it.
Okay.
So the first thing that I see here is there was a procedure they have to do, or they just did, please? Yes?
They just did, yes.
Okay. Okay. So we have to see how the treatment, your mom is showing you to show you that she's there with him by his side through this time.
That's what I'm telling him, Sarah.
Yes. And she wants you to know that she's with him. But I also know that the type of cancer he has is tough to beat. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's testicular cancer or something like that.
Yeah. But they're trying to make sure that it hasn't spread, yes?
Correct.
Okay.
So he went for some blood work last week, so we're just waiting to see what the doctor has to say. What's the next step?
Right. And you're also you're afraid because you're realizing the instability of life, right? Suddenly we think we're young, we're fine. He's only 46. And then we find out that he has cancer. Then our other brother is sick, right? So there's all this fear, and it's the fear of the unknown here. And that's just kind of like this really gnawing feeling like you feel like something bad's going to happen. And what I'm going to say to you is that although we know that things are going on that could be critical, the power you feed that fear in the solar plex of your stomach is the power that helps create an off feeling, okay? So I want you to try to disconnect from that. I want you to see both your brothers in this bright light. Ask Archangel Raphael, who is the healing angel, to work to heal them. I feel like your brother, who's born in April, is going to pass through this. I feel like it's going to be a little rocky road for the next 7 months. As long as he stays strong, then he will be fine, all right? But that part is up to him. He's got to do his part to fight. All right? I also want to, and they want to pay attention to this area, and even if they don't mention this, I'm going to give it to you not to repeat to your brother for the power of suggestion, but for your knowing that if he does exhibit anything else, that you go, hey, why don't you have them check this? I'm in the lower abdomen, the lower intestine.
Okay.
So that's for you to hold that in there. And if something starts acting up, I want you to, blood work will show, but sometimes they have to isolate an area and see. I'm not a doctor, not giving medical advice, just giving you what they show me.
Correct.
Because I was actually expecting you to say that rather than testicular.
Okay.
So there may be another teeny piece to this that we need to nip out so that he's got a green light to go ahead, okay?
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome, Sonia. Thank you so much for following the show and for calling. We greatly appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye for now. Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to go to Oklahoma. Let's see what's going on in Oklahoma. Lana. Oklahoma, Lana, how are you?
Hey, Sarah. It's Lena, actually.
Lena, thank you so much.
An interesting place.
Yes.
I've talked to you a couple of times, and you've given me some great information.
Yes.
My biggest question right now is I've been a high vibrational person, and I've always, first off, my birthday is November 17th, 1970.
Yep, I'm great. Thank you.
And I would like to know how...
Breathe. It's okay.
One, how can, I talk to really connect in with the other side? I know my grandparents are on the other side. I have a sibling on the other side that I never met. Sometimes I wonder if that was me. I guess I would like to know what do my angels and guides see for me to really connect in with my inner kiddo so I can move from where I'm at and be back in the observational space where I'm just, free to create and where I'm strong enough to make the decisions
there's a part of you, then they take me back to the age of 10. There's a part of you that back in the age of 10 could be 9, but 9, 10, that's about what you look like when I look in the background, okay? And I feel as if there's a memory tied in there that's coming up for you where you're not really feeling your power, your love, your ability to be free for who you are, and that this current status in the world has exacerbated some of your greatest fears. And this is supposed to be a year for you when you align yourself of great networking, connections, and a great year of love. Because Spirit tells me that you feel very alone and disconnected. Is that correct?
Yeah. I had been sharing Source with my mother, and then I had moved here to Oklahoma to be near her, but then I had all of these spiritual awakenings, and it's like I became afraid to be my own conscious creator. And then I had, somebody told me that, I came here to study fear objectively. But I want to love everybody,
Well,
just because.
Let me just interject because I don't want us to get waved off in the middle of this.
Okay.
And thank you so much for sharing. But I don't know that you came here to embrace fear objectively. Fear is part of the human persona. And it's something that we need to be the master of our emotions. But for you, it's really important that you claim your worthiness. Somewhere along the line, you disconnected from your worthiness and you put other people's needs first. And you had your spiritual awakening because, well, first of all, it's about time. And the push-pull is part of the indoctrinated beliefs of the religious beliefs from the past. And your need to please Mother, even though I'm not saying we don't care for Mother, we just don't want to disappoint Mother. And you and your mom are no longer a vibrational match because you're of a different frequency than she is. And so it's difficult for you to become the impersonal observer. There's a book called The Impersonal Self, and it talks about how to essentially disconnect from experiences and see them as they're unfolding and not allow them to hook into you. And there's some part of you, sweetheart, that's feeling guilty as if your being able to be you does not allow you to be who you need to be for other people. And that could not be further from the truth. And this is a year of relationship for you. This is a year of love. This is a year for you to really step into the power that is meant to be everything you wanted it to be. And I hear them tell her, fear not, peace be still, and know that I am God. So not just are your angels with you, but God is with you. And you're getting ready to embrace the creativity and the beauty that is you. You don't even know who that is. I know that.
Yeah.
I understand that. Okay. Start to journal. And I want you to write, I am, and all the wonderful things you know yourself to be. And when that little voice says, are you really sure you're quite as happy as you say you are? Are you really sure you're as creative? You could say, you know what? You shut up. I am talking to my higher self. And tune in. And I do hope that you and I get to connect for a personal session because we could do a lot together to get you a little more solid so you don't have this wobble in your emotions. But know that your angels and your guides are with you. All right?
Okay.
Bye for now. Thank you. Stay well. Bye.
I will.
Bye.
I am.
888-565-1470. Well, during these times, we're all feeling quite a lot of emotions. And sometimes we just need to let them wash over us and feel the fear and do it anyway. Trust that you're not alone, that even though we don't understand everything that's happening, it's going to pass, and that we all will prevail. You're a strong, capable, spiritual being who is really more equipped for any of this than you realize. Trust that you don't walk alone. Your loved ones on the other side, they're holding space for us. They know, and your angels, and of course God, are right there. Don't be afraid to ask for help. They will never forsake you. Thank you. Good night. I so enjoy this time with you here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. Stay in touch with me. Drop me a line on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We appreciate you. God bless you. Good night. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
that brightens up my
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate life. Listen and call in next week and let Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the